another one more big lie before we close this out because we got kids to get to. Yes. One more big lie. What's that? Are these parenting types. I realize as I've been watching, so you hear about gentle parenting, you hear about
helicopter parenting,
yeah, like all these, helicopter parenting is more so categorizing people versus I am choosing a specific way in which to parent a style of parenting because it should result in my child having the most thriving childhood and the least traumatic childhood.
Okay.
This is the reason why I feel like it's a lie. This was a part of my therapy at the beginning of my therapy journey. Was one of my goals with my therapist was I wanted to become a better parent. I wanted to be intentional in how I was parenting, even though I was already intentional. But I wanted to be intentional about figuring out where I was effing up. I was like, well, if I'm fucking up, let me know.
Let's figure out where.
Let's figure out where. I was like, I only have so many years left with my eldest son, and I want to reduce the amount of therapy he has to go to for me, because of me, right?
Yeah,
truly. And y'all think I'm joking. That is literally a huge concern of mine. Is I know I don't get to choose the role I play in his story, in his narrative. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even though I want to be a hero. I want to be a queen in his narrative. He might be like, so let me tell you about the villain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Let me tell you about the wicked witch. Don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is me trying to position myself. Please, at least let me just be a peasant or something. Just don't make me the wicked witch. And so I was like, I'm hearing all this stuff about gentle parenting, and there's a lot of it I just don't agree with. And she was like, okay, these parenting styles, these are marketing. This is marketing. You're hearing a lot about it because it's having a great marketing era, right? And so people try to plug themselves into this because they're being told, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. And it's very blanketed as if children don't not only that children don't show you what they need. And that is the part that I am realizing is that my children are really showing me the type of mother they need, the type of parenting they need from me. You know what I'm saying?
They all need different things.
They all need different things.
All need. And when we prescribe to these certain ways of parenting styles, we lock ourselves into not allowing obviously some of us do need just some help, and need some guidance of this is a different way to try something. But I think sometimes we get so locked into a certain way that if anything looks different than that way, we think of it as bad parenting. And I'm realizing, I'm like, nah, see, y'all not about to have me give me anxiety about about not fitting into this when I know that if I do it this way, the type of pain my child is going to cause themselves is not going to be something that they're going to be able to reverse very quickly. And I'm not talking about just physical pain. I'm talking about like real, like traumatic experience they're going to have because I decided to lightly direct them out of that direction. Sometimes they need a forceful hand. And I'm not talking about like whooping. I'm talking about a forceful hand of, no, this is not what we're doing.
Not excluding.
Right. Okay. Not excluding it either. But that's one thing. Thoughts?
No, go ahead, Quinn.
Yes, I'll follow.
Well, I love that because my daughter is so much like me in so many ways that the way that I'm parenting her is very different than the way that I'm parenting my son. They need completely different things. Like he is a completely different toddler than she was. And so whatever lessons I learned with her as a toddler, he's like, throw it out the window. It's useless here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also finding that with her, I'm trying to tap into like, okay, what did I need that I wasn't getting when I was little? What did I need in the way of like, for instance, refocusing my attention? Or with piano, she doesn't love to practice piano. And I hated practicing piano. So I stopped playing piano because I gave my mother such a headache about piano. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to let her give me that much of a headache. I know she likes it, but I know she's fighting against it. What might have helped me? So I inundate her with awesome piano players. I find children piano players and I show her videos. I find women who are amazing piano players playing two pianos at the same time. I can't remember her name, but like I try to keep her interested and excited so that the practice isn't quite so painful.
Yeah.
So it's like for her, I have to maneuver differently than I do for Aiden.
Yeah.
He's a completely, and I'm like relearning with him, because it's like, okay, that don't work on him. He doesn't respond to this. This doesn't help him. Where this might have soothed my daughter, it has not soothed my son. So it's like,
1,000%.
Different world.
Every kid is different. I only have one at this time, but I am the oldest of 4. And one of the points of, I don't want to say contention, but we would always have a discussion about how our parents treated us differently, and not favoritism by any stretch. My parents don't even believe in that. We love all of our kids equally. However, we do have to raise y'all all differently. And that's what we didn't understand growing up. I would be like, well, y'all gave me a whooping when I did such and such, but y'all didn't give her a whooping when she did, or give my brother a whooping. And they're like, you were a different kid. And it was a different circumstance. It was a different time. We were different parents.
Come on, that's a big thing.
That time, right?
Yes. Age will
we
do it.
were this age when you were that age, and now we're this age when they're that age. And I'm the oldest, so they were more mature when they had my younger siblings. And there's a huge age gap between us as well. So they grew, and they were different people, different parents. They became more spiritual, and they became more knowledgeable in the Word of God, and they just handled everything differently. I'm not saying they were raised me wrong or bad or anything. It's just, it was different, right? And I have my own personality. So they raised me with my personality, and my brother with his, and my sisters with theirs. And so you do have to curate your rearing per child. It's not the same person. Like you said, what's going to soothe one is not going to necessarily soothe the other. What one may respond to this level of discipline, the other one is like, what? That's all you got?
Right. Still, pat.
That's Aiden right there.
And so I think it is imperative as parents to have that foresight, to have that wisdom, to be open-minded enough. You cannot blanket raise your kids. Someone will fall by the wayside. Someone will feel unloved.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You will miss the mark. So being in tune with each individual spirit that you've been blessed with is imperative. And I love that my sisters, you guys are on that. And I agree 100% with you, Angel, that there's just no possible way to just blanket raise. Like, that's just
Amar taught me that. I used to be like, nah. I remember saying that on here. I was like, they all getting the same. Amar was like, watch. Amar was like, watch. Watch you try to give me the same. Watch what I do with it.
Yep.
And he's the one. The other 3, they'll take all the same. They're like, all right, we'll make it work. He's like, I bet you won't. And I was like, okay.
Proved it.
Okay. All right. Okay, then I got a little bit more in me. Well,